The global economy is increasingly shaped by one central force: trade with China. As the world's largest manufacturing hub, China supplies everything from everyday consumer goods to advanced industrial components, making it a critical partner for economies across the globe. In 2024 and 2025, the scale of this dependence becomes clear when examining the countries that import the most from China. These trade relationships are not just about volume, but about the types of goods that sustain entire industries and consumer markets. At the lower end of the top 10, Thailand ranks 10th, importing goods worth $86.0 billion. These imports are largely concentrated in electronics and machinery, reflecting Thailand's role as a regional manufacturing base that relies heavily on Chinese components. Just above Thailand is the Netherlands, with imports valued at $91.2 billion. As a key logistics and distribution hub for Europe, the Netherlands primarily brings in consumer goods and raw materials, much of which is then redistributed across the continent. Malaysia follows with imports totaling $101.5 billion. Its trade with China is driven by electronic components and industrial goods, essential for its export-oriented manufacturing sector. Germany, Europe's largest economy, ranks 7th with $107.1 billion in imports, fueled by demand for automobiles and advanced technological inputs that support its industrial strength. Russia stands at 6th place, importing $115.5 billion worth of goods from China. These imports include a wide range of consumer goods and industrial equipment. Underlining a growing economic alignment between the two countries, India ranks 5th, with imports reaching $120.5 billion. Its reliance on China is particularly evident in electronic devices and chemical products, both of which are critical to its rapidly expanding economy and industrial base. South Korea takes the 4th position, importing goods worth $146.4 billion. As a global leader in technology and manufacturing, South Korea depends heavily on Chinese semiconductors and heavy machinery to sustain its production capabilities. In 3rd place is Japan, with imports totaling $152.0 billion. Japan's trade with China centers on electronics and industrial materials, highlighting a deep integration between two of Asia's largest economies. Vietnam ranks 2nd, importing $161.9 billion in goods. Its rapid industrial growth is closely tied to China, with electrical equipment and raw materials forming the backbone of its manufacturing sector. At the top of the list stands the United States by a significant margin. With imports valued at $524.7 billion, the U.S. remains China's largest trading partner in terms of imports. These imports are dominated by electronics and consumer goods, reflecting both the scale of American consumer demand and the deep interconnection between the two economies. Together, these figures reveal a global pattern. Nations at every level of development rely on China not just as a supplier, but as a foundational pillar of their economic systems. From advanced economies to emerging markets, the flow of goods from China continues to shape industries, supply chains, and the balance of global trade.